Good morning. This is the middle of, well, it's actually the beginning of April 3rd, middle of the quarantine, and I decided, even though I probably wasn't going to do a video on this, I decided to do one because I've got to get up off my butt. I've just been sitting around for the last 2+ weeks with nothing to do. Even if you have seen videos that I put out, many of my videos were made before the start of the quarantine. And so this thing is not going to be a full restore. I am most likely not going to give it a complete and total paint job. I don't know, it depends on how I feel. I definitely am not going to worry about replacing the stickers. I do need to fix the pull cord. I don't even know if this thing runs, and so the first thing I got to do is going to have to get this thing out on a sawhorse and use my pressure washer and clean it up, and then we will go from there. So let me get that taken care of. Okay, sorry for the noise, but it's, being as it's April in Arizona, it's starting to get hot, and have to run the AC in my shed. So I ran this, as you saw, I hit it with the pressure washer and cleaned up most of it. I think I'd actually may have hit this with the pressure washer a little bit last year, and so it wasn't as dirty as I was expecting, but it is pretty dirty still, and you can see that the inside of this shroud has some caked in stuff that's almost like tar. I had to get in there with a screwdriver. The pressure washer didn't even touch it, and I'm still gonna have to get in there with a wire wheel. And what I'll do is when this is all cleaned up, I'm gonna hit it with that rust reformer to stop any rust that's inside it. And I did not try to start this at any time. The pull start doesn't work. I think there's mostly goo in the tank, and it's it's not that bad. It's mostly empty. This came out of a McLean reel mower, but it's just a standard Briggs Stratton engine. Let's see if I can find the model number. 90102. So anyways, I forgot that I have some things I have to take care of today. Of course I can't go anywhere, but I'll work on this again tomorrow. For you, it'll just be a couple of seconds of fade. So, later. Okay, so as you can see, I've been busy this morning. I removed the gas tank, the exhaust, the carburetor, and the flywheel, and the ignition system. This machine is newer and it doesn't have points, which is good, because I don't want to mess with those. To get the flywheel off, I had to use a gear puller, and I sprayed a little PB blaster on it, but it wasn't budging. So I took my propane torch and I just carefully heated this area just a little bit, and it literally popped off. I mean, it jumped off, fell on the floor. So I didn't want to mess with it. This is going to be a heck of a job to get off. If it was like the last one, I've already started soaking it with PB blaster, but that's going to probably be fun. I'll probably have to get it with heat also. Anyways, so I'm going to move over to the bench here in a second, and we'll start working on taking apart the carburetor for cleaning. Alright, so let's zoom in a little bit here. Remove glasses, and let's start disassembling this thing. There's a little vortex generator that goes in here that fell out. I still have it. It just fell out, and I've got it over here. Let's see. The needle looks really nice. This carburetor probably doesn't need this. It's a relatively new machine, but might as well do it all now while I've got the chance. I'm not going to take this off. It's rather difficult. The screen is clean, and I can hear the ball rattling in there, so we're probably good. I was happy to see when I was taking this apart initially, or when I first got it, that it had the filter, so I don't have to go try and get a hold of that. So there we go, it's all taken apart, and I'm going to be putting it in my parts cleaner. When I took apart, I took the flywheel, or the screen off the flywheel. Oh, you can't see that. When I took this screen off, the starter clutch fell apart. And I don't know if we're missing a ball or not. There's only 5. A bunch of them fell on the floor. So this is pretty good condition. I'm gonna go clean this, and then we'll come back. Okay, alright, so got the stuff out of the cleaner. This is all prepped for paint. Just gonna give everything a shot of black, and with the rust preventative, and the the gas tank was totally clean inside, so that was nice. I just had to rinse it out with some soap and water, and I think that'll be it for this video. And next video we'll start with paint and everything else. Later.